Hello, my name is Melanie Jacobson, and I'm going to be going through the details of the Green Building Ordinance in the following slide deck. As you go through, please note down any questions that you might have and let us know how we can help you through this process. In this video, we're going to be going over 3 components. First, we'll perform a brief review of the Green Building Code. Then we'll jump into the CalGreen tier system, and we'll also be reviewing the local amendments to the CalGreen code. And you'll notice here on the right-hand side the icon that designates the Green Building Ordinance requirements for residential projects. The overall goal for the Green Building Ordinance is to build a new generation of green buildings that focuses on the environment, health, building performance, and community. The overall scope of the Green Building and Energy Reach Code ordinances are twofold. The Green Building Ordinance is broken down into 4 different categories: planning and site design, water efficiency, materials, and indoor air quality. These requirements reside in Title 24, Part 11, entitled CalGreen. The Energy Reach Code ordinance scope focuses on energy efficiency only, and this resides under Title 24, Part 6 of the Energy Code. So the green requirements within CalGreen reside within the 4 categories mentioned: site, water, materials, and air quality. The contents of CalGreen contain several reiterations and references to other parts of the building code with green qualities. CalGreen also contains several statewide versions of common local ordinances. These include construction and demolition waste, and irrigation efficiency. In regards to local amendments, Palo Alto has increased the stringency over the state requirements for the last 4 code cycles since 2008. Palo Alto has a long history of being committed to the CalGreen code. During 2008, Palo Alto adopted the requirements as mandatory when it was a statewide voluntary program. Palo Alto also adopted the requirements during the 2010 code cycle. For the 2016 code, the effective date will be January 1st, 2017. So there are 3 primary triggers that require projects to meet the Green Building Ordinance. The first is new construction of any size. Projects that meet that trigger must meet CalGreen mandatory plus Tier 2 requirements. The second trigger is renovations and alterations of 1,000 square feet or more. This trigger requires projects to meet CalGreen mandatory plus Tier 1 requirements. The third trigger is renovations and alterations 999 square feet or less. In this case, it is required that the building conditioned square footage is increased. The requirements for this trigger is CalGreen mandatory. You'll notice that there are stars on the slide for the 2 top triggers. This indicates that a Green Building Special Inspector is required, and the Green Building Special Inspector must be selected from the city's approved list of Green Building Special Inspectors. This slide provides an overview of the mandatory and tier requirements. So for CalGreen mandatory, projects are subject to Chapter 4 for residential projects. The provisions within this chapter are for those as applicable to the scope of work. For Tier 1, projects must meet the mandatory Tier 1 prerequisites and minimum electives in each category. Projects subject to Tier 1 must also meet the CalGreen mandatory requirements. For Tier 2, projects must meet mandatory Tier 2 prerequisites and minimum electives in each category. You'll notice on the right-hand side, the Tier 1 and Tier 2 state instructions for the tiers are located in the appendix. The ordinance includes longitudinal landscape infrastructure requirements. For newly constructed residential buildings with a landscape of any size, The projects are required to install an independent plumbing drainage system, including a trap and vent that shall begin near the interior laundry fixtures and will terminate at the exterior of the home. Thank you so much for listening, and good luck on your project.